Good day, Josenian!
And good day, Navodas!
We are here to witness the last part of the most awaited event of the year, and that is
the search for Senior Josenian Ambassador
and Ambassadress
2022. But before we start, we would like to invite everyone to join us for the invocation.
Makulay ang buhay, mahal kong Diyos. Sana pagmamahal mo sa mundo'y bumuhos. Salamat sa pag-ibig na nasa puso ko. Salamat sa buhay na galing sa'yo. Sa mga araw na darating pa, dalangin namin ay pagpalain mo sana. Ikaw ang pag-ibig namin at pag-asa. Ikaw na ang bahala sa amin, Ama, at sa mga sa mga araw na darating pa, dalangin namin ay pagpalain mo sana. Ikaw ang pag-ibig namin at pag-asa. Ikaw na ang bahala sa amin, Ama, at sa mga
A pleasant day to everyone. We are very thankful that despite the obstacles that we have encountered, we still managed to put this event into succession. Grabe na yung energy levels or excitement na nararamdaman ko for today. Ikaw ba, partner?
Actually, I am very excited yet nervous, partner.
Kaya nga, with that being said, let us not beat around the bush. I am Rinoa Kate and de la Cruz.
And I am Christian Abilita, and we are your hosts for Josenian Meets Magic, the search for the Senior Josenian Ambassador
and Ambassadress
2022.
This activity is part of San Jose Academy's 52nd founding anniversary with the theme of Deo Gracias, Pasasalamat, Pagpupuri, at Pagpapala. Uy, partner, alam mo ba yung story behind the chosen theme?
The one thing that came to my mind when you mentioned about Deo Gracias is that it talks about being blessed and being thankful. Am I right, partner?
Tama ka dyan. Alam mo, when I asked about the meaning of Deo Gracias, they said that San Jose Academy is very thankful of the blessings and achievements that they have received for the past 52 years.
52 years?
52 years! Kaya sobrang tagal na nung naging journey ng San Jose Academy. And even if we are still in the middle of the pandemic, we still managed to acquire holistic learning, all thanks to the persons behind the school.
Kaya pala Deo Gracias, Pasasalamat, Pagpupuri, at Pagpapala. So, balik tayo for the main event. I know that everyone is truly excited about this event. Right, partner?
Absolutely. This is because finally we will be able to see the efforts that our candidates have given for this event.
That is right, partner. Kaya we have the whole Josenian community watching us live right now. Because like us, they are also expecting us for the results of this event. Good day, Josenians! Use the heart react button to show your love and support for the chosen candidate.
So while we are at it, for our viewers, please use the hashtag #HosenianMeetsMagic when posting as you support your chosen candidate.
To begin this event, let us first run you through the mechanics and guidelines of the competition.
Yeah, so the first guideline is that each section will choose one female and one male who will represent their class.
They will be judged using the following criteria.
The first criteria would be question and answer 30%,
Advocacy, 20%,
mask design 20%,
peso vote, 30%, and
for
for
a total of
100%.
100%. And to help us decide who among the candidates deserve to be the next Senior Josenian Ambassador and Ambassadress 2022, here is the panel of judges. For the first judge, he is an alumnus batch of 2000, a fashion designer of Malabon and Navotas, and he is also a member of Designers Circle of the Philippines and the owner of NR Collection and NR Closet. No other than Mr. Nino Crisanto Ramirez. For the next judge, he is a tourism management graduate, a freelance makeup artist, a former MAC Cosmetics and Estee Lauder associate, and a social media content creator. Let us give a round of applause for
Mr. Red John Sandel.
For the next judge, she is a graduate at Far Eastern University with bachelor's degree on marketing management and a cum laude. She is also the Mutya ng San Roque 2015 and Mutya ng Navotas from 2016. She is no other than Miss Elida Elaine de Guzman. And last but not the least, she is an Josenian alumna from the batch of 2019, a third-year psychology student in the National Teachers College, and Mutya ng Navotas 2020 title holder. Josenians, please give a round of applause for
Miss Carissa Maynibera. Thank you very much to all our respected judges.
Alright, so let us now ask our viewers, who do you want to win, Josenians? Please drop the name of your chosen candidate in the comment section and don't forget to use the hashtag #HosenianMeetsMagic.
Let us not wait any longer, partner. Let us now meet our candidates.
For our first candidate, let us welcome the Josenian Ambassador and Ambassadress from St. Jude, Chester Pile and Diane Suzanne Cruz.
The next one is from St. Matthew the Apostle, Mr. Ronmar Rafael Lacson, and Miss Joy Antoinette Biswang.
From St. John Paul, let us welcome Mr. Alexis Dariel Santiago together with Rosemarie Crisostomo.
The fourth one is from St. Isidore of Seville, Mr. Ernie Kyle Lasquite, and Miss Princess Rain de la Ville.
And of course, from St. Luke the Evangelist, Mr. Renzo Padilla and Julia Maxine Wenceslao.
And from St. Patrick, Mr. Lawrence Rada, together with Miss Marie Jeremy Evangelista.
And of course, from St. Bernardine of Siena, Mr. Brian Kahutay and Miss Angelica Teng.
From St. Peter Faber, Mr. John Reynald Bulaong, together with Miss Joyce Kelly Nunez.
From St. Jerome, Mr. John Christopher Yongko and Miss Maria Remerald del Rosario.
The next one is from St. John Baptist de La Salle, Mr. John Ace Rodrigo, together with Miss Jamaica Cerro.
From St. Agatha of Sicily, let us welcome Mr. Mark Daniel Marcaba and Miss Sakura Miura.
And last but not the least, from St. Peregrine Laciosi, Mr. Matthew Troy Quinto, together with Miss Bea Paula de Lara. And they are absolutely stunning, partner. Everyone stands out on their rank.
Yes, that is why to know more about our candidates and which aspects do they stand as youth, let us listen and watch as they present us their advocacy campaign.
But before we start, here's the mechanics of the advocacy videos.
Number 1, each pair will create a 1 to 2 minute video. Videos exceeding the allotted time will receive point deductions.
The second one is each pair will create an advocacy video which focuses on youth's mission on the year 2022.
Here is the criteria for judging.
Originality and content, 30%.
Visual appeal and impact, 20%.
Execution, delivery, and overall quality, 20%.
Relevance, 30%.
For a total of 100%.
Bossy,
Athlete,
don't cry.
being modest,
You are strong.
you are weak. Men should be the leaders.
Women should be at home. It is impossible to have a world without a woman in it. Gaps in gender between males and females are crucial in foreseeing the future of our community. We are used that men should have a strong minds together with the powerful stereotyping that women are emotional beings. They are soft, and all of them disregards their potentialities in many aspects.
Now the youth will speak up. We will embody each one of us that gender inequality will stop. Let us believe in each other's capacity. Men are strong but can also be vulnerable, and women has their competing aptitude. Both genders are a part of this system that tomorrow of our nation lays upon their hands. Remember, iba-iba man ang ating kapasidad.
Sama-sama pa rin tayo sa pagunlad. Padayon, Josenians!
How are you?
Are we still fine?
It's been 2 years since the day that we thought everything could be fixed, can be solved. A week of break eventually turns to months, and now a long years of separation in the world we used to have. We witness losses, mourning, hopelessness, and trials. With all this, we question ourselves. What can I do? What can I offer? As a youth, what could I provide on the world I live in? Hope.
I could offer hope to my fellow students, given the situation today that we're all having challenges that we cannot control. Let us be the light that the others need in these dark times. Extend our hands for those who need help. And for my fellow Senians, unity can give us hope and bring back what we had before.
As a youth in this generation, that technology is relevant. We can use it to help and make a change. Using it in spreading the word of God helps to add more positivity in social media platforms that can be also passed on to others.
Serving humanity with joy and compassion, even in the small and simple things or acts that I and we can do, it will make a big impact in our community. Be the helping hands that the others need.
Be the hope.
Be the change.
Even in the tiniest room, in the time of uncertainty, youth can always grab the life and fulfill the mission. The mission to love. We may always feel like we are alone on rain, but we have family. We need to take a leap of faith to hold the key and open the doors to be intimate with our loved ones.
To have integrity of creation. As a youth, our mission is to take a leap of faith and have hope that the world will be back to what it was, as we help by sharing what we have to those who needs it, and by putting the mask that can save lives, and most of all, by caring what's around of us for the good of the humanity.
To have faith in God. As a child of God and a Josenian, our mission is to take a leap of faith, to have trust in God, to fulfill His words and spread the goodness to the world as we, youths, are preparing to take part in building the good society. To persevere excellence, our mission is to share our blessings, excellence, and talents through serving the Lord.
Excellent youths are those who have faith in God, in which they take a leap of faith, and from any storm and pandemic that comes, faith will exist, and their praise and thanksgiving to God will not be stopped.
Social media is a good thing created by the Lord, and our mission is to use it to spread His love and to serve Him and lead people to Him. As youths, a leap of faith will be enough to fulfill the mission in life: love, integrity of creation, faith, and excellence.
A leap of faith is all that is.
Our generation witnessed a catastrophe that changed the way we live. The nation has painted itself black, grieving from the losses it suffered.
Faith. That's what many of us are losing. And it's what we need. Through the use of social media, let us spread the word of God and encourage our fellow youth to engage in priestly and religious vocations. May they find solace and peace in faith and become a beacon of hope to others.
Love is kind enough to give. Acts of charity is one way to show appreciation to the blessings we have received. If we can love because we are loved, then we can also give because we have received. We can honor the integrity of creation by being kind to our environment, by means of cutting back the amount of trash we generate. Only then, all creations of God will continue to flourish.
Lastly, us Josenians are shaped to not only be excellent in academic achievements but also in life. We are studying to fill a role in the society and be of help to those who are in need.
San Jose Academy has produced and continuously produces students that embody our school's core value. The core values of love, integrity of creation, faith, and excellence are our mission.
The change we want to see in the world
Will start within us.
we
are the
the
change.
change.
Should I open this up? How can I explain this? Am I telling this in the right way? Am I telling the right person? Am I the only one who's suffering?
Can't they see me? Can't they see what's inside me? How can I express this to them clearly? This doesn't feel good. This is unexpected. This is irritating. Why can't you see me? Am I not obviously suffering? Why do I feel helpless? I am not the responsibility. Do I really have to face this alone? I have to speak up on a paper who doesn't communicate. Using a pen. I hope everyone's doing fine before I put an end to all of this. Am I the only one who's suffering?
Many of us suffers, many of us has problems. But deep down, I know I'll never be able to understand the exact feeling you have.
We're not the only ones who's suffering. Let's make things right. Let's win this race of life beyond our racing thoughts.
We're more than what people told us. We're more than what we think of our own future.
Let us give a round of applause for our first set of candidates. It is evident that Josenians are very knowledgeable and creative in voicing out their advocacy.
You got it right, partner. But before we proceed to the other half, let us first give one of our special awards, which is the People's Choice Award. This award is given to a candidate who garnered the highest peso votes during first and last canvassing.
So are you excited to know the People's Choice Award?
Of course, partner.
So let us now announce it. The People's Choice Award goes to
St. Peter Favor, John Reynald S. Bulaong, and Joyce Kelly R. Nunez. Congratulations!
Malapit na pumalo sa 2 milyon ang kabuuang bilang ng mga kaso ng COVID-19 sa Pilipinas. Kahapon umabot na naman sa mahigit 16,000 ang mga bagong kaso.
About how many years have passed since the world stopped revolving?
Our happy days that suddenly vanish.
And the sudden urge to isolate ourselves in the four corners of our room.
What?
This isn't the only issue we should be concerned about.
There are numerous other issues that the youth encounters.
A lot of voices need to be heard, yet we are unable to do so due to our incapacity.
Incapacity to do the things we like to try.
Incapacity to have the opportunity to change the perspective of our fellow Filipinos.
But how can we be certain that we are expressing our dreams if a force is blocking us from taking the things we desire?
But even if we fall in the world of chaos, we shall rise for our future.
It's important to keep in mind that we are the youth and not just the youth.
Let us not be underestimated by the things we want to attain, because this will serve as our weapon for the betterment of our country.
Listening to us, youth, is essential, because developing us in various fields is beneficial to the community, and providing us the opportunity will help break the old traditions. We must denounce evil doings in any form, and allow our voices with the courage to be heard.
Be the change you wish to see the world by taking action now.
Let us be united to act as one.
Again, we are the youth. Our abilities and talents are also for the sake of our people's dream.
Let be our struggles and failures be our inspiration, so that in the end, we can all benefit and prosper.
I am the beginning.
I am the model of change.
We are the hope of the people.
Mislead,
misdirected,
misinformed, 3 words that encapsulate the alarming situation of majority of Filipinos across social media platforms.
As the pandemic continued to heighten the use of digital media for communication, Filipinos are left with no choice but to act now and put an end toward this intensified prevalence of misinformation and disinformation on the internet.
To further explain, misinformation is unknowingly sharing contents from malicious sources, while disinformation is the intentional deed of misleading the masses by producing false claims, faking data, and forging false documents through the internet.
Vaccine with microchips, fake COVID-19 alternative medication, and revised historical claims about martial law are some of the proof that the virus is not just the only entity that rapidly infects the nation, but also fake news.
To help the Filipino community win this battle against misinformation and disinformation, first, we must fact-check our contents before we post them to avoid spreading false claims. Second, we must verify the sources of information to eliminate unreliable accounts, pages, or websites. And lastly, we must report trolls online to decline the perpetuation of fake news. As Josenians, this is John Reynald Bulaong
and Joyce Kelly R. Nunez of St. Peter Paper,
challenging you to join the fight against fake news
by asking you the same question that Maria Ressa,
our first Filipino Nobel Peace Prize winner, mentioned during her speech. What are you willing to sacrifice
for the truth?
18 million Filipinos were living in poverty as of
No, this is too hard. It's exhausting. I don't want this anymore.
The poverty, the corruption, the rights, and the discrimination. This is not right.
In you, kinds of young voters are the rights for choosing the greater, the stronger, and the rightful leader.
We are encouraging you, young voter, to choose and believe on the leader that is making our country greater, stronger, and rightful with its leader and citizens.
The Josenian spirit is still here. Even if we are in the middle of a pandemic, the Josenian spirit still shines within us.
However, I don't think it can be seen plainly as it is.
I don't think that it comes out of nowhere and just pushes you to do unexpected things.
I don't think that it can be thrown away or called in just a spur of the moment.
The Josenian spirit is still here by the guidance of Saint Joseph.
It is here in every youth-led program that each Josenian participates.
In every sweet victory that every student celebrates.
In every classroom discussion where different perspectives are shared.
And even if we are still in the middle of the pandemic, we still manage to offer our hands just to spread awareness and knowledge by embodying the characteristics of Saint Joseph himself.
In the form of protecting the weak and helping the poor.
And serving as the model of integrity and excellence.
The Josenian spirit is here and will always remain in our
It
hearts.
is now our time to take action as a child of Saint Joseph.
I believe,
I believe,
we
believe
believe that together we
still can.
Okay, class, did you all understand the lesson?
Thank you so much for being with me this afternoon and have a nice day. I'll see you all next meeting.
Agony. With all the challenges we're currently facing, obstacles that we are encountering, millions of lives that we never want to lose have been taken away.
New normal. It is undoubtedly that life is full of surprises. These unexpected things are the things that we must conquer in order to face changes. Sorrow. Ripples of challenges drowns us. Nevertheless, these sorrows that we feel deep in our hearts will never be a hindrance.
With this, we can give care to other people and serve as their hope in this time of pandemic.
Integrity of creation. With the help of the capability of God's creation, everything is within our reach and not impossible.
It fortifies our will to live through His guidance and allows us to survive in our difficult times.
And excellence. That all of us have a hope that everything is not endless.
Purpose. All of us have a significant mission that we must do.
One that allows us to be a helping hand and serves as the ray of hope. One that makes an impact to other people's lives.
One that makes a difference.
Problems already existed as we enjoyed life with simplicity. We only see the positive side of things. But now, it's time we open our eyes to see the world, to perceive reality as it is. Today, we will see a glimpse of tomorrow. We will see change.
As we open our eyes, our love for our country grows. Just like how plants thrive, we continue to nurture our future. Every year, we get older. We learn more. We never settle.
For the betterment of today and tomorrow, to learn how to accept and understand our mistakes. Open your eyes
And see what our mission is.
to guide,
To serve,
to lead,
and to be heard.
The mission of the youth
Is to change the world.
Let's change the world
and be the bearers of hope.
Grabe, I have been lost for words. It makes me proud to see the Josenians to stand firmly about their beliefs as a part of youth in this generation.
And it really makes us proud as a Josenian.
Yeah, and do you know that Josenians are innovative, resilient, and creative? That is why let us now present the magical masks that they prepared.
Here's the mechanics of our mask design.
Each pair will prepare and design their glamorous and magical themed mask.
The second one is the mask must possess a presentable, imaginative, and unique design that will catch the attention and captivate the viewers. The piece of work must be eye-catching and distinctive from the work of other contestants.
So here is the criteria for judging.
Design and creativity, 60%.
Poise and grace, 40%.
For a total of 100%.
The highest female and male scorer shall win
Best in Mask Design.
summarizes the presentation of mask design of our candidates. So, what can you say about this, partner?
Our candidates have shown their artistic side, partner. We have seen every details of their mask, and it mirrors how creative they are and how confident they are in wearing their mask.
Oh, that's true, partner. Our candidates are indeed clever and innovative as mentioned a while earlier.
So right now, we are down to the last part of this event.
That's right, grabe yung levels of excitement and nervousness ko habang tumatagal ha. Kaya nga at this juncture, we will now show how intelligent and socially aware and of course graceful these candidates as they answer questions that are presented to them. So here are the mechanics of the event.
Each candidate will pick a number that corresponds to a specific question.
Number 2, questions may come from the field of religion, politics, science and technology, and of course the current societal issues. A list of possible questions shall be given to the contestant through the class advisors a day before the competition.
The third one is that only 30 seconds will be allotted to each candidate. And take note, they must answer in English, partner.
So each candidate will be judged using the following criteria:
Wit, 40%.
Coherence, 20%.
Speaking skills, 20%.
Self-esteem, personality, and charm, 20%
for a total of 100%. Starting with Saint Agatha of Sicily, Mr. Mark Daniel V. Marcaba. Here's your question. Based on your observations, what is the most common problem that teens undergo? And what makes it difficult to overcome?
I can say the most common problems that teens undergo is meeting someone's expectations. However, we, as teens, should believe in ourselves and not be defeated by our own thoughts. Because as we grow up, this pressure is still present in our lives. We should never force ourselves to fit with the society's standards of a perfect teenager.
And also from Saint Agatha of Sicily, Sakura C. Miura. Your question would be, can you describe your approach of leadership?
Being a leader is not just a position or title, but it comes with a great responsibility. If I will be a leader, I want to be one with my people, having no boundaries between our positions. I want to illuminate and inspire the lives of each one of them. As a leader, I want to be the one who drives my people towards a better quality of life.
From Saint Bernardine of Siena, Mr. Brian Jeffrey Kahutay. Here's your question. Navotas offers a variety of products and interesting establishment. However, some of them are still underrated. As a Josenian, what can you do to increase the tourism and popularity of the city?
More promotion of tourism is needed. It has long been recognized that Navotas tourism has been steadily increasing over the years, thanks to its organic Patis Pangisdaan Festival in the Fishport in our city, which neighboring municipalities import from. As a Josenian or Naboteño, we should support individuals who operate small businesses by promoting them on social media. People these days are incredibly curious by exploring new things. Increasing tourism by disseminating information would attract more visitors who will enjoy the quality that Navotas City has been providing.
And the ambassadors from St. Bernardine of Siena, Ms. Angelica Z. Tengson. Why does fake news spread quickly?
Speed with which fake news spread has long been a major issue in society. I believe it is happening because people are more inclined to engage with false information than they are with reliable ones. As Josenians who uphold integrity, before sharing, we should double-check facts, practice evaluation skills, and develop a critical mind. With this, we will be able to prevent the dissemination of false information rather than contributing to societal problems, so that we may develop a better community.
From Saint Isidore of Seville, Mr. Ernie Kyle Lasquite, your question is, since the elections are coming close, what would you like to say for the next leader of the country?
To the next President of the Republic of the Philippines, I say remember those Filipinos who believe that you are the only hope of the Philippines. Be an instrument of love and show us God. Show us life. Love as you lead your fellow countrymen. integrity of creation as we face and rise from the problems made by this pandemic and the past administrations, lead us to faith and together achieve excellence and once again be worthy to the title, Perlas ng Silangan.
And of course, the ambassadress from St. Isidore of Seville, Miss Princess Rain F. de Levine. As we collide in this age of technology, a lot of issues have resurfaced within social media platforms, with mental health as one of the examples. Because of this, do you believe that people have become less happy since modernization happened?
I believe that we have become less happy. On social media, I always see issues regarding our society. These issues makes me feel enraged and sad in the same time. However, I believe that being attached to these issues makes us better people and makes us build up our integrity of creation. Because seeing these problems makes us contribute in doing solutions about it. With this, I urge Josenians to put actions to problems that makes you feel sad.
From St. John Baptist de La Salle, Mr. John A. P. Rodrigo, here's your question. As a Josenian, how can you convince the anti-vax people to get vaccinated?
If I convince an unvaccinated person to get vaccinated, I think we should first seek their opinion on why they don't want to get vaccinated. Because we must respect other opinions and rights. What matters, however, is what they do with their rights. Being vaccinated helps the community to achieve herd immunity, and if you're practicing your right, can contribute to this. Then you are being a responsible Filipino in hopes a great community for all of us.
And from the ambassadress of St. John Baptist de La Salle, Ms. Jamaica Serho, this will be your question. The COVID cases rise every day. Although a long process, what do you think would be an effective way to lessen or fully eradicate it?
I think the effective way to lessen the COVID cases is to voice out our needs in mass testing to treat individuals that are being infected by COVID-19. Secondly is to follow the health protocols, wear a mask, wash hands, and social distancing. Lastly, be vaccinated to reduce our risk and severely symptoms of COVID-19. Remember, the health of our loved ones is in our hands, and let's do our best to encourage them to follow the health protocols and be vaccinated.
From St. Jerome, Mr. John Cristopel Yonko, this is your question. As a part of Generation Z, what do you think is wrong with our generation's thinking? And what solution do you suggest?
Young Filipino citizen, what I see wrong in the minds of people nowadays is they are easy to follow and agree with other people's opinion and what other people say even if it doesn't have proof, and sometimes they are quickly carried away by the words and promises. There is no certainty. For my fellow youth, be careful to the information or ideas you share and make sure it has a proper proof. For believing or listening to what other people's opinion, they must know first what is being said to them. Whether is it true or not, they must be rational and think carefully before believing in other people's opinion.
From St. Jerome, Miss Maria Ramral del Rosario. If you had a chance to discuss a societal issue within world leaders, what social issue would it be?
Equality between men and women exists when both sexes are able to share equally in distribution of power and influence. In this modern age, it's hard to think that gender inequality is still evident in some parts of the world. Women have to prove their right for a position over and over to exert a great deal of effort more than their male counterparts. Despite this, there is still an issue of women mentoring men, gender pay gap, and discrimination. I understand that these world leaders are well aware of this situation and are more than capable of creating a solution to this problem. So if I were given a chance to speak with one of them, I will ask them about the challenges they are encountering as to why the social issues still exist despite the efforts. What programs are they planning to make it better? I will inquire on ways I can help as a young member of the society. Instead of voicing out my suggestion to these great leaders, I will try to understand more where their problem is coming from.
From St. John Paul, Mr. Alexis Darrell Nicole Santiago, your question is, what do you think is the difference between admiration and fanaticism?
The difference between admiration and fanaticism is in admiration, you admire someone in positive way, but in fanaticism, you admire someone even if they did something wrong or they're a bad influence to others.
From St. Jude Tadeus, Mr. Chester Pile. Your question is, considering that the Philippines have generated almost 2.7 million plastic waste in general, do you think that banning plastics in our country should be legalized?
It is hard for me to call for a ban on plastics. We know that plastics are harmful to our environment and it is also a threat to us. Instead of banning it, so why not use it properly and limit our use on plastics? Plastics are already part of our lives, so it is difficult to remove them. So if we cannot ban them, so we can reduce their uses.
And also from St. Jude Tadeus, Miss Diane Suzanne P. Cruz, this will be your question. Body positivity is something that people are opening up to. For you, what is something that you would do to spread this kind of positivity?
The body is a masterpiece of God. We didn't choose to have this body, but rather, we can do what we want to make it healthy and presentable. Imperfections only mean the opposite of a natural. Our bodies are supposed to be different from one another. I'll be confident in what I have and to encourage others to show themselves for who they are and what God has given them. Iba ka sa lahat. And it doesn't mean you have to hide what you are and who you are. Thank you.
From St. Luke the Evangelist, Mr. Renzo B. Padilla, here's your question. Where should we draw the line between individual liberty and privacy?
In my opinion, liberty is the right of someone to be free and act on how one wants. This allows us to decide for our own. If we are going to separate liberty and privacy, I believe that we should not decide for it in general as of the moment. I challenge all of the Josenian that we should manifest the critical thinking skills and decide to draw or not to draw a line between liberty and privacy as we see fit.
For the ambassadress of St. Luke the Evangelist, Miss Julia Maxine Wenceslao, what piece of advice would you give to this generation?
If I were to give advice to this generation, I would advise them to vote wisely. By doing so, we are giving hope and a good shift towards the right direction to this nation. I challenge all of you to vote the deserving leader. By doing so, we are proving that this generation is waving the banner of excellence.
From St. Matthew the Apostle, Mr. Ronmar Rafael Lacson, here's your question. How do you handle stress and academic pressure in this pandemic?
I know that each and every one of us is experiencing a lot of stress due to this pandemic. As one of the students of San Jose Academy, the effect of this pandemic is really stressful because of the new normal phase that we have. However, we need to look at the brighter side of things and let the positivity flow. Aside from that, I still spend my time with my family and friends because of this pandemic. I realize how important it is to spend your time with your loved ones.
For the ambassadress of St. Matthew the Apostle, Miss Joy Antoinette Diswanco, this will be your question. As the election season is getting near, there are still a lot of individuals who are not interested in voting. For you, what would you do to make them participate in this year's election?
To fulfill the duty and the responsibility that equates for a better future not only for yourself, but for those who lie in the difficult section of our society. That is what election is about, and that is where we have to stand out. As a Josenian, who fortunately has the opportunity to inform people, I will encourage and provide them reasons in why voting is necessary. Because I believe that being silent is far worse than choosing the wrong people. That is all. Thank you.
From St. Patrick, Mr. Lawrence Rada, your question is, the number of citizens who are affected by COVID-19 has been increasing. As a Josenian, what would you do to promote health and safety in our community?
As a Josenian, I will serve as a good role model. I will start by making sure that I follow the safety protocols first before I begin promoting health and safety in our community. Because if you want people to follow you, you must show them how it needs to be done. I will educate people about the disease and persuade them to get vaccinated. With this, it will help our community to overcome this pandemic.
And also from St. Patrick, Ms. Marie Jeremy Evangelista, this will be your question. As the election season is approaching, What is the best characteristic you think a candidate should have to win a position?
I believe that the candidate must possess a genuine concern in the interests of the masses, the people, because the people are what constitute the country, and without them, there will be no sense for a leader. They must know sympathy and empathy with transparency and accountability. They are not elected to be served, but instead they are elected to serve us, the Filipino people.
From St. Peregrine Laziosi, Mr. Matthew Troy Quinto, here's your question. Right now, there are a lot of topics that others suggested to increase nationalism within our country. As a Josenian, what do you think should be done to show our love for the country?
As a Josenian, who fervently loves their homeland and recognizes one's own worth and competence, it allows me to fulfill my full potential and contribute meaningfully to the nation's progress by taking simple actions and selecting the best person to lead the country. It is not necessary to be a hero to love our nation, but it is necessary to desire an excellent administration in order for one of us to have a better future.
And also the representative from St. Peregrine Laziosi, Ms. Bea Paula C. De Lara. Give a specific example of a challenge that you have experienced when the pandemic came and how you overcame it.
The greatest challenge I experienced was if I would be able to adjust with the online learning setup. At first, I had my worries and doubts. However, as a Josenian, we are all to face such challenges with integrity and positivity. In spite of my doubts and worries, here I am, striving and standing in front of you, my dear Josenians, because I believe in myself. The challenges I face are not the end, but the start of my journey towards improving myself and reaching my dreams. Thank you.
From St. Peter Faber, Mr. John Reynald S. Bulaong, here's your question. How can you stop the increasing number of people who are misinformed and disinformed?
Amidst the information age, one cannot deny that misinformation and disinformation pose a big threat to the general public. Thus, I as a campus journalist will encourage my fellow youth to practice fact-checking in the digital space so that we can only spread information that are grounded on truth. Lastly, to finally put an end to this prevalence of fake news, we must ask ourselves the bigger question. What are you willing to sacrifice for the truth?
And for the ambassadress of St. Peter Faber, Ms. Joyce Kelly Nunez. Social media plays a vital role in our lives. As a result, it has created a lot of effects in our society, like cancel culture. As a Josenian, do you agree with cancel culture and why?
As a student at a Christ-centered institution, I strongly oppose the cancel culture. The primary reason is because this culture perpetuates a love of toxicity, bullying, and violence, which runs counter to our Catholic beliefs and values. Rather than canceling, I believe we should begin by understanding and educating individuals about their errors. As Josenians, it is imbued in our core values that we must love. We can live by it by always giving other people a chance for change.
That completes the final leg of this competition. Congratulations to all candidates. We from San Jose Academy are very proud of you.
So now that we have explained and shown all of the factors within this event, let us now crown the next Josenian ambassador and ambassadress for this year. But before that, let us have a final look at the reigning senior Josenian ambassador and ambassadress as they take their final walk.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Mr. Axelor Aquino together with Miss Ashley P.B. Santos, our senior Josenian ambassador
and ambassadress
2021.
A year ago, I was able to experience being an ambassador, and it is one of the hardest but the most ecstatic accomplishments in my life. Thus, it taught me that life must go on and you need to face it with confidence and certainty. To the future ambassador, create your legacy which is memorable, eventful, and noteworthy. Always see the silver lining in your life and be the best person you can be.
1 year ago, I was given the opportunity to serve as the ambassadress of San Jose Academy. I was guided by the immeasurable knowledge and skills that I was able to gain through my experiences as a Josenian to become the best possible representative during this time of need. To my successor,
Cherish your time. Once you enjoy what you do, it will pass by like a flash. Next thing you know, you will be standing on this very stage where I stand, passing down your crown with the same glory and the same sense of pride that I have for you now.
And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. Grabe, ito na nga yung pinaka-inaantay natin. We will be heading to the crowning of winners, starting with the special awards.
A while ago, we witnessed the pair of candidates from each section presenting their advocacy campaign video with the theme Youth's Mission in the year 2022.
So with that being said, this year's Best in Advocacy is from, drumroll please, Grade 11 St. Luke the Evangelist, Mr. Renzo B. Padilla and Miss Julia Maxine and Wenceslao. Congratulations! So for our next special award is Mr. and Miss Eloquence. This award is given to a candidate who showed wit, intelligence, and poise while answering the question and answer portion.
This year's Mr. Eloquence is from Grade 12 St. Peter Faber, Mr. John Reynald S. Bulaong.
And Miss Eloquence representing Grade 12 St. Bernardino of Siena, Miss Angelica Z. Tengson. Congratulations!
Our next special award is given to the candidate who represented their beauty and elegance with the use of their magical inspired mask.
So Josenians, are you now excited to know the winners for the Best in Costume? Let us know in the comment section below and don't forget to use the hashtag #JosenianMeetsMagic. This year's Best in Costume goes to
Grade 12 St. Peter Faber, Mr. John Reynald S. Bulaong.
And from Grade 11 St. Luke the Evangelist, Miss Julia Maxine and Wenceslao.
Congratulations to all the winners of the special award. But before we move on to announcing the winner of the major awards, let us first have this special performance by the Spotlight.
Tell me if you with it, cause I'm with it, babe. I have to hear from you and I'm with it, babe. Just tell me what to do and I get it, babe. Gucci and Porto. Take a trip in the middle of the night. I don't like you, this because I put it down right now, babe. I can put you on a flight. You know that a nigga like me can change your life, oh, babe. Everything you do is amazing. Ain't nobody got to go crazy. I got what you need. Everybody think you stop, but I know you a great little babe.
Gala wine and go down. Gala wine and come up. Gala wine and go down. What we tell them again?
Ponme la mano aquí, Catalina, que la tengo fría. Ponme la mano aquí, Catalina, que yo la tengo fría. Ponme la mano aquí, Catalina, si no yo me voy a morir, prima mía. Ponme la mano aquí, Catalina, que yo la tengo fría.
Catalina, girl hotter than lava. None of them lava coulda describe her. Many man them she wine and grind her. She a the killer, the man them killer. When you see the Catalina, say you in a danger. Big body girl, money printer. Kill you with a wine, rough rider. Real girl that, not a joker. Fat girl tonight, slim girl tomorrow. Ride on me bike till the sun come up. 1, 2, 3, girl a bow for the arrow. Nah, me no lend, me no borrow. None of them bad like you. You got the wicked Islam like bubbly, bubbly, bada, bubbly, bubbly, bada, bubbly, bubbly, bada. We know where you.
Baby, I like your style.
Grips on your waist, front way, back way. You know that I don't play. Streets not safe, but I never run away, even when I'm away. OT, OT, there's never much love when we go OT. I pray to make it back in one piece. I pray, I pray. That's why I need a one dance. Got a Hennessy in my hand. One more time before I go. Higher powers taking a hold on me. I need a one dance. Got a Hennessy in my hand. One more time before I go. Higher powers taking a hold on me.
Baby, I like your so.
Strength and guidance, all that I'm wishing for my friends. Nobody makes it from my ends. I had to bust up the silence. You know you gotta stick by me. Soon as you see the text, reply me. I don't wanna spend time fighting. We got no time and that's why I need a one dance. Got a Hennessy in my hand. One more time before I go. Higher powers taking a hold on me. I need a one dance. Got a Hennessy in my hand. One more time before I go. Higher powers taking a hold on me.
Thank you very much, Spotlight, for that very wonderful and entertaining performance. Nag-enjoy ka ba doon, partner?
Absolutely, partner.
Ayun nga. So, moving on to the most anticipated moment, the announcement or winners for our major awards.
The winner of the Senior Josenian Ambassador and Ambassadress 2022 must embody the school's four core values, which is love, integrity of creation, faith, and excellence, as they will become the ambassadors of the Academy who will help in our school's advocacies and promotions.
Very well said, partner. So let us now start with Mr. and Miss Excellence. This year's Mr. Excellence is from
Grade 12, Saint Agatha of Sicily, Mr. Mark Daniel Marcaba.
And the year's Miss Excellence is representing Grade 11, St. Luke the Evangelist, Miss Julia Maxine Wenceslao.
Congratulations, Mr. and Miss Excellence. Onwards to our Mr. and Miss Faith. This year's Mr. Faith is representing Grade 12 St. Bernardine of Siena, Mr. Brian Jeffrey Kahutay.
And this year's Miss Faith is from Grade 12 St. Peregrine Laziosi, Miss Bea Paula C. Delara.
Congratulations, Mr. and Miss Faith.
Next is our, of course, Mr. and Miss Integrity of Creation. This year's Mr. Integrity of Creation is representing Grade 11 St. Isidore of Seville,
Mr. Ernie Kyle Lasquite.
And this year's Miss Integrity of Creation is from Grade 12 St. Peter Faber, Miss Joyce Kelly Nunez.
Congratulations, Mr. and Miss Integrity of Creation. Now we are finally down to our two pairs, partner, our Mr. and Miss Love, and this year's Senior Josenian's Ambassador and Ambassadress 2022. Our Mr. Love is representing Grade 12 St. Peregrine Laziosi, Mr. Matthew Troy Quinto.
And our Miss Love is from Grade 12 St. Bernardine of Siena, Miss Angelica Z. Tengson.
Congratulations, Mr. and Miss Love!
Grabe, ito na yung inaantay natin. Binigyan na natin lahat ng special awards. The Integrity of Creation, Excellence, Faith, Love, ano pa ba? I think nabigyan na natin lahat. Ito na talaga yung pinaka-inaantay natin. Grabe.
But before we start, comment down kung ano yung nararamdaman nyo.
And syempre, don't forget to share and comment the hashtag Josenian Meets Magic para naman nakakasabay ang lahat sa ating Facebook engagements. And syempre, sa mga hindi pa nakakapanood, kindly mention your friends na para sabay-sabay tayong kakabahan sa magiging results. Ayun, so excited ka na ba para malaman ang Senior Josenian Ambassador and Ambassadress?
Super excited, partner.
Grabe, feeling ko yung maka-crown ng ganitong title is talagang may embody niya kung ano yung every Josenian students will have. So, nandyan yung socially aware and intelligent, creative, resilient. Ibigay mo na lahat! Nasa kanila na lahat.
Para siyang Google.
Totoo. Kaya tara na nga, let us now announce the Senior Josenian Ambassador and Ambassadress for this year.
Our Senior Josenian Ambassador is from Grade 12 St. Peter Faber, Mr. John Reynald S. Bulao.
And our Senior Josenian Ambassadress is no other than
Miss Princess Rain F. De La Green from Grade 11 St. Isidore of Seville. Congratulations to our newly proclaimed Senior Josenian Ambassador and Ambassadress 2022.
And of course, congratulations to all candidates and to everyone who stayed with us during this whole competition. Bago matapos ang lahat, pakipaulanan na naman ulit kami ng heart reacts. Share this live and don't forget to use the hashtag Josenian meets magic. Thank you very much.
See you all next year, Josenians, for another magical event of beauty, intelligence, talent, and character. This has been your host, Christian Abilita.
And I am Renoa Kate de la Cruz.
And this is Senior Josenian Ambassador
and Ambassadress
2022. Hail San Jose!